Hi guys, welcome to Popcasa, and of course we give you Nigerian, African, and international conversation right here. How you doing, Ghana?
I'm good, and of course I'm so happy to be here. You know, today I woke up in this kind of mood that I don't know. That's why I wore pink. I'm so happy, guys. It's your Ghanaian princess Riyah Abdul.
Is pink a happy color?
Oh yeah, for me it is.
And of course, our first time guest on the show.
How do we officially welcome her?
I don't know.
Let's sing a Yoruba song for her.
A Yoruba song?
Wow, really?
How did they say welcome Yoruba?
No, stop! Hi guys, my name is Seun Bankole, aka
what?
in New Central they call me Trends.
AKA Trends.
Hey.
So we have trends right here. So best believe that you're handling trend of the week.
They're
right?
daddy's daddy.
Okay.
Can we say that on TV? Producer, can we? But of course, we always start from Nigeria, and this is where I'm a little excited because I'm Nigerian. So something has been trending on Twitter, and I'm going to read a tweet from a filmmaker, right? His name is Nee. And this is what he had to say. He said, I wonder if a film with 90% cast under 25 get tons of young people to the cinema. Because to be honest, these kids aren't into Nollywood the way they are into Nigeria film. What do young people like to see from Nollywood? Note, we can't do Avengers or Spider-Man. Now, it's funny to me because I did a little backstory about Nee, right? And he's been on films like Wedding Party 2, which is at that time Nigeria's highest grossing film, right? He was on The Prophetess that came out recently, which is doing great. I mean, The Prophetess had about 43 million in its opening weekend.
Amazing.
He was an Elevation Baby in 2018, 19. And now he's talking about this. So he's had successful films.
Yeah.
But what do you think is the reason why we don't engage with Nollywood films as much as international films?
And okay, so I'm going to start by saying that, first of all, I am so happy with what the governor of Lagos State is doing. So as at this morning, he set up a committee, you know, I heard they had about 1 point something million, or I'll check if I'm correct on that one, but 1.9 billion or so for the creative art industry. So we have Richard Mofedamijo, we have Abudu, all on the committee. But for me, I feel like we need to tell good stories. Let's take movies like Omogeto the Saga. And you see, storyline is beautiful, but also budget is very important. And that's why Abudu is killing it. Because there's good storyline and there is the budget. And if you look at it, movies that have low budget and they still have good storylines, it's a bit shit because people want to see, you know, the vava boom in the movies and all that. So basically, I think just apart from the fact that there needs to be good storylines, I think that investors still need to come in, and that's what Governor of Lagos State is doing, which is very commendable. You know, let there be money, let there be good storyline, good script writers, and most importantly, the actors do not need to be, okay, you said this. No, they need to be like good actors, like put yourself in the story.
In fact, I like that you said that Omogeto actually did break the record for the Wedding Party 2, and that is the highest grossing Nigerian film. But then, Seun, what do you really think? What do you think? Why can't we do an Avenger or a Spider-Man?
Did you see the Spider-Man dancing on my piano?
Stop.
Wow, really? You have to go there. Okay, so first of all, Avengers, really? So Nigeria, Yoruba movies especially, they like doing the return of Kinikon. So when there's a big movie like Endgame, they'll now do Endgame Yoruba, you now see them with all those Chongo makeup and all of that. So of course, low budgets. First of all, like Riyah already said, low budgets is one reason why our movies don't do well. Then second of all, do you know that us Nigerians, we don't believe in ourselves? So imagine that they do Avengers. I'd rather go see an Omogeto before they break my heart. Do you understand? So over the time, they've broken our hearts by not giving us good budgets and, of course, storylines. So I think that's why. But let's see a Kunle Afolayan or
Kunle Afolayan is actually on the
attempt something like that. Trust me, we would. So I think it's not because we cannot do an Avengers. It's because someone has not set out to do it.
Okay, so let's
if they have sponsorship, they will try.
Sorry, let's look at Eagle Wings. Eagle Wings is an action-packed film as well, and it did really well.
Yes.
And look at, I had the producers on the show, and they spoke about how, you know, it was time-consuming, how he needed a lot of money on set as well. So funding is very important.
Funding is very
important. Storytelling.
Sponsorship number one.
The Bread of Life, I don't know if you watched the movie. It's a beautiful storyline. So a young guy wakes up, nobody remembers him but a bread seller. Who wouldn't want to watch that kind of movie? You know, great, captivating
Thankfully, we have amazing story
writers,
script writers now, and directors. They are not doing the old things anymore.
You can't compare Nollywood of before to
what I'm getting from this conversation is a lot of times you're saying Yoruba movies, try to replicate. And that's my problem. That's my problem. I feel like we're trying to take some idea from Hollywood, take another idea, and
then put it together. No originality.
For Nollywood, I feel like we can tell. But again, I like that Nee also tweeted, you know, talking about Day of Destiny. This was Nigeria's first science fiction film. Do you understand? Starring people like Olumide and Daniel Legri.
Yeah.
And he said it didn't make as much. I think even I checked recently, it's about 10 million in Nigeria's box office, which is not a lot for a first time. Do you understand?
It didn't
How
do
was
so
the budget
well.
like for the movie?
Let's
How
start
was it
from
like?
there.
That's the
Let's
thing.
start from there.
Look at Wedding Party.
And
Look
they
at
didn't
Wedding
even
Party.
publicize
Look
it
at
very
how
well.
well it made money. So, and that's
Yes.
why I say Mo Abudu, like big shout out to her. She's doing it, and she's changed the narrative. If you look at
I
it,
love the
She's
fact that
totally
Mo
changed-
Abudu doesn't
Yeah.
do a movie. She doesn't just set out and say, I want to
Exactly.
produce a movie.
Do you know that-
She does the homework.
Do you know what I was about to ask? now?
Okay.
So now we're talking about money, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about budget, and we're talking about how successful the film can be in competition with Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's look at this now. Movies like Chief Daddy made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Let's not lie, it did. And we're talking about budget because they accommodated a lot of actors that we knew, and it drew people to watch the film. But then, how great was the storyline?
So I didn't really like. I feel like that's one movie that more like really, a bit because I didn't really understand the storyline.
she really watered it down.
Yeah, I didn't understand the storyline. But still, even though I didn't understand the storyline, which plays an integral part in the movie, there was a lot of budget in the movie, so there were beautiful things to see.
I feel like
So,
Chief Daddy is a movie that gobs a lot of budget, but they could have
Exactly.
done without it. Like, we had big actors that they paid well, nice
And
location,
the film
amazing
did well because
cinematography.
people
and
wanted to see those actors. I feel like that's why the
exactly,
movie did
because of the
well.
big people they did.
Yeah,
they
the
put-
storyline wasn't that great, but people they saw the list of actors that were on, and they wanted to see the movie. And the luxury was portrayed in that movie. Let's not lie.
That's
Okay,
the
so
issue.
quick one
So-
right before we end this segment and go to
Alright.
Africa. Right? Let me ask
Yeah.
one more question. So let's look at the context of course, the film itself, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what Nigerian film have you seen that's your favorite in storytelling?
In storytelling.
That had a great story.
Now?
Yes. I mean,
I give
best
it to
ever.
Breaded Life.
For
now,
real?
I give it to Breaded Life. You should see that movie. I give it to Breaded Life.
Okay. What do you think?
And not one. I give it to Oloture. I give it
okay.
to Wedding Party. I give it to
Okay.
Omogeto, the saga.
Omogeto was good
Amazing
too.
movie.
It was
yeah.
good.
So
And
Okay.
you know that,
Storyline
just
wise.
to cut you short, you know that Omogeto was supposed to be shot in London. And it was during
But
the
because
corona
of
time, she
lockdown,
couldn't.
yes.
She changed it. She totally changed the
Just imagine
storyline.
that.
Okay.
And like half of that movie was shot in MNS.
See, when a creative person does a movie, you
and
will
we
see
have
the
it in
effect of
Nigeria. We
I can't lie. I
definitely have
think
it
we're
in
getting
Africa.
there, and we're
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing
We
us
are.
do more movies, and of course more collaborations with governments from private organizations.
Yeah.
to give
Our
us great
governor is
films.
doing it. Your governor, Lagos State governor, is doing it already.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move from Nigeria like we always do to Africa, Ghana. What's happening?
There's a popular girl in Ghana called
Okay.
Wendy Shay.
Oh.
She's really good. You know, she just came into limelight and she's doing well. So she has a song called Slay. A song. What's the name of Wendy Shay's song even?
I need to check
I've
that.
forgotten that song.
I will
Something-
check that.
Check it for me. And then there's a movie called Slay. So
Okay.
Slay took a part of the song. Okay.
As a
And they did
background
not
music.
tell Bullet, who is Wendy Shay's manager. Did you get the name of the song?
Yeah, all for you.
All for you. Okay.
Okay.
So they didn't tell Bullet who is her manager, and they didn't tell her. So apparently, talking to Wendy Shay's manager, they were watching TV. It's not like anybody even told them, and she was watching, and she just
And
saw
she
her
stumbled
song,
on
and she just thought she
song.
was like. So immediately she sent her lawyers, and they wrote them an email and all that. So Netflix is actually taking the Slay movie down, and the movie was doing really well. Sammdandy.
It was number one.
It was number one. It was
was
doing
number
really
one.
well, and we've taken it down. So the question is like, how well do we respect intellectual property in Africa? We've seen this with Oloture as well. You mentioned that
Yes,
movie
yes.
and all. And talking about Wendy Shay, this really hurt her because I was speaking to her manager, before this, and it really hurt her because, she came in just after Ebony had died, and she got into, Rough Town Entertainment, and she's tried so hard. So if she sees her song in that kind of place, she wants to be recognized because that's why she's working so hard.
You know, my
Just that.
biggest problem with this conversation, right, is the fact that it was Netflix. I don't work with Netflix, but in my mind, I'm saying they should have
should
made a
do
little
better.
background check.
Yes.
And
Okay,
not
so
that people will come out
Netflix
and now
is
push
one
it down.
streaming platform that people rate so well. So they shouldn't even do this kind of mess up.
And the thing, why Wendy is really annoying because, you could have reached out.
You could have reached out. You could have
to
told me
Bullet.
even
You could
after
have
you
reached
did
out
it.
to Rough Town.
And I found out myself on
feel,
air.
And I feel it's common in Nigeria. Should I say Nigeria or Africa? The
Where-
fact that you just feel like you can take someone's intellectual property and it's nothing, and you feel like you are even giving the person credit. And I must commend Wendy. I love the way she's, talking
She's-
about it. Like,
yeah,
you're not doing me a
taking it
favor
up, yes.
for putting
My song on your
song
movie
on without even
and
telling
putting
me
it on
about it.
Netflix.
I don't
I
know if you
like
get
that.
my
Big
point.
ups, Wendy.
Big ups to Wendy Shay on that one.
So another thing I'm going to point out is again, Netflix, neither Netflix or the producer of the film,
Yeah.
Elvis Chooks, has said anything about it
They've
till
not said it,
date.
and they just took. And I'm wondering
That just
why.
goes to show that they feel entitled to taking her song and thinking that they are
Like-
helping her to put her song out there. Do you understand?
And it happened with the Lottery as well.
So
We
it's
saw
sad because the
drama.
storyline of this film, slave film, right? A lot of African, if it was a Nigerian film.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
understand? There were a lot of African countries, a lot of African casts
Ghanaian actors
right
were
there in the
even.
film. So I'm saying
So the
you-
movie
you
is like
make- you
very
make such an
amazing,
effort-
yes,
you make
to
such an
bring
effort
people
to bring
together.
people together. Obviously, that was a lot of budget for it. But
Yes,
the smallest
but-
detail.
Music.
Because because according to the way Africans think, oh, she'll see it and even be happy. Oh, she'll like what?
They
on.
probably thought they were promoting her song on her behalf.
And I was going to ask you, I don't know how it works here. I know it works in Ghana. Like, so Strongman has spoken about it in Ghana. Even his songs, you know, he makes sure that he's, like, how do they call it? The intellectual property and all that. So you cannot just
copyright.
thank you, copyright. So you cannot just take the songs like that. So does it happen in Nigeria? Do they do that as well?
Nigerian movies. So before now, yes, Nigerian movies, they don't know anything about copyright. They don't know anything. Okay, don't let me say they don't know. So they would usually use your song and assume that they are doing you a favor, or they are doing your viewers a favor by, wow, that guy's not going to do it, and then they vibe into it. But thankfully, these days.
What happened? I'm so sorry. I was going to say what happened to the days when you have a film and you have people actually compose songs. So if Chiamaka is falling down, it's Chichi
falling. Or Takwela will say, and that man has died.
Like these songs were so intuitive.
Yes, yes.
So
and they would compose
done. So I mean, there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with even getting people to do that for you, and looks like it's an original song.
So I think we should actually put out a disclaimer to people out there. When you pick someone's content, credit them and tell them about it.
And do you know why it hurts
form.
me? And it hurts me that because if you're a creator, you understand this. It takes a lot to put something together.
And it's so painful when someone
music,
takes it.
Be it film, it takes a lot to put something together. So when you put something together and you're not being appreciated, you expect that people are going to say, you know, we want to use this thing. How much are we going to give you or something? And then they just take it, they give you nothing, and then they want, no, Wendy, Ayiko, fight on.
Wendy, Ayiko, fight on.
Do you know what that means?
You know what I mean?
Bullet fighting.
You know, Rough Town, Bullet is just come on.
All right, this is where we're going to take a quick break, right?
Okay.
And when we come back, we're having international conversation.
Yes,
and there's more.
That's
Because Trends is right here, people. Trends is right here. All right, we'll be right back after this.
Okay, so social media took fire, legit, when Bill Gates and Melinda announced that they are breaking up, like divorce, like they're bringing their marriage to an end after 27 years, 3 children, and a big foundation. I mean, this story is so big, especially because just last year, Jeff Bezos broke up with Mackenzie. I mean, what do you think this is going to do to his finances?
And they were 25 years.
What's going on? Wait, first of all, why do old people break? Why?
Like,
but you see the
for
thing.
what exactly?
And they're not just old people, they are like wealthy.
Okay, but I'm coming from another different angle.
Let's
tell us.
I don't understand when people break up and, you know, you're saying that, oh, they've stayed this long together, they should just continue.
No, we're not saying they should continue. We are saying, why couldn't they work on it?
There's so
They've been
many
together
reasons.
Like, so
there's
assuming
so
that you
many
live with them now,
reasons.
Riyah, let's
I'm not
assume
with
that
them,
you're
I
Bill
don't
Gates'
know.
first daughter's
Yeah.
friend. Why do you think they ended their marriage?
You can never know. That's the funny thing. You can
I mean,
never
there's
know.
money.
But money's not. But of course, everyone knows
Money is
right
not
now that money
everything.
cannot hold the
But
marriage.
how-
You know what? My
How
mom
did they
used to- let
sustain
me
their
tell you
marriage for
something. Let me
27
tell you
years
something.
And
and
then all
suddenly
of a
they
sudden-
cannot
Wait, let me
sustain
tell you
it
something. My
anymore?
mom used to tell me something. Shout out to you, mommy. She says, love cannot hold the marriage, money cannot hold the marriage, and most times it's friendship that holds the marriage. And, you know, it's true. It's very true.
No, I've heard that a couple of times.
I'm
so
talking
if
like an
friendship
old
can
woman.
hold a marriage,
Mama Ayiko.
and they are still, they
Now,
said
let
they
me
will-
tell you something. Now, listen to me carefully when I speak. The thing is that you can never know. You can stay. I've never been married, so I
Yes.
cannot sit down here and say by force, by fire, I will never divorce my husband. Because
Yes.
you can never know what really happened. And she made a statement that we can no longer continue to grow as a couple. So that's what the tweet read. They didn't say
But
that.
they're still friends.
That's what I'm saying.
So
So,
you
they
want
didn't
me
say
to
that
say
they will not go
friendship
together as friends.
Friendship.
Wait, Riyah,
Good.
mommy
No,
Riyah
wait.
said that friendship can sustain a marriage.
Exactly.
But now, mommy Riyah,
Yeah.
how come they are still friends that want to continue their foundation?
So that's
the
why
Gates
now
foundation?
listen to the wording they said. They said we cannot continue to grow together as a couple. So maybe they'll grow together as friends, but maybe they do not just want the marriage thing.
And then they grow together as friends, and then
It's-
one day they
it's
visit each
possible.
other, and then stuff happen, and they're like,
No,
okay, maybe we'll probably
let's
get
not
married
think
again.
like that. No, that's African thinking.
So I know
no.
people are also very concerned about the money.
Yes, please.
I don't think there's any need to have a conversation about the money. Let's not lie.
Because I know that she joined him, you know, she joined his business and all that.
Of
Yeah,
course,
she
so-
did.
Yeah,
She did.
and they have a
So
couple
they're
of
both
foundations.
still working
yeah.
on the foundation
Yeah,
together,
exactly.
Bill and Melinda, which is great.
Okay.
He's worth 100 million, 100
Ooh.
billion.
Yeah.
Poverty mentality. Someone
Ooh,
point.
Bill
Me and
Gates
are
cut
two
soap
different
for me.
my opinion, I'm like, I don't care. I don't think that's.
I don't think there's gonna.
So
be
do you know there's a
affect
narrative
any-
that she's actually ending the marriage because of the amount she knows will come to her?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Hey, don't let them.
So you know
arrest
how
you. Are you
Mackenzie
sure?
took like half of Jeff Bezos' money,
Yeah.
and then Elon Musk has to share his money, and then all of these
Yeah.
rich people have to share that. Someone said that she probably brought it to the divorce level because she knows that she's going to take like. And I'm like, he's your husband.
So
You
wait, wait.
practically
But Dada,
own his money. How is
Wait,
it-
First off, I don't think I buy
Yeah,
that idea
I'm not
because
sure,
first off,
'cause we're not sure.
We've seen both.
Yeah,
we've
we're not
seen,
sure,
We've
it's
seen
just
their
a
track
narrative.
history. All Mackenzie and Melinda has many times have done philanthropy. So we know that this money is in good hands.
It's in-
Even
it's
a
money.
lot of times people have compared how much Bezos himself, would donate.
Yes.
And his wife
Exactly.
would donate way more in this.
So
on the
they
same
have
cause.
money.
Did
These people are
wait,
wealthy.
apart from the seriousness, did you see the comment on Twitter that someone said that why is she leaving? Has she taken the COVID vaccine or something?
Yes, I saw it.
That comment
Someone
was
said,
so
what did
funny.
Melinda find
What
out?
did she find out about
I'm
the
ready to be
vaccine?
vaccinated, God no. Anyway, so I really think this is going to affect Bill's finances.
You think it would?
Yeah, because it's dropping like half of it for his ex.
It will not affect it.
I
My,
think
let's
it's so
wait, my
ridiculous.
account balance is my. It
Yeah,
can be affected. My finances can be affected.
I just feel like a lot of people, because I don't know about you guys, I didn't think that they were going to get divorced. It was not something
I
thought
didn't see
about.
it
So when I saw the
coming.
breaking news that morning, I'm like, oh my God. Like, it
I
was
didn't see
something
it
I didn't
coming.
Let's also go.
I was even hoping it was a lie. Okay, so compared to other celebrity couples who are broken up,
Let's
such
do
as
that.
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West,
I mean,
we
we
kind
all
of saw that
asked for Kim,
coming. We saw it coming, but
Kim that has been married for 72 days before. Please don't talk about
I mean,
Kim.
she's in. Riyah, I'm not with you. You're on your own. Sister, if Kim, you're on your own.
Kim
Okay,
comes
so Kim and Kanye have been married. We kind of saw their divorce coming,
Yeah.
but Bill Gates. I mean,
I didn't see that coming.
Okay.
I basically didn't see that coming.
So did you see the comments on Instagram or Twitter that said that Zuckerberg is next?
Yeah, you know-
because he's always copying everything. You know how he copied stories into Facebook and
Oh
then
my
Clubhouse into
God.
Facebook and then
But
he's
I-
always
I
copying.
hope I
And he might copy divorce
Yeah,
too.
I hope I wouldn't sound so, maybe I'm being so emotional about it. But
Yes.
I watched a documentary of Mark Zuckerberg and his wife on, Oprah's show.
Okay.
And those people are madly in love with each other. But I hope I'm not being so emotional. Anything can happen, we never know.
cross
I mean,
my
But
legs.
I don't see that coming for them because,
It breaks my heart.
in that interview, Mark spoke about the fact that when their daughter is going to school in the morning, they go together, make bread, everything. I don't know if it's a really beautiful documentary and also, I really do not see that coming for them. But we can never tell when it comes to divorce.
You know the problem.
You don't
You
know.
won't see it coming, but it will happen.
Yeah.
Just like someone tells me that Prince Harry will now break. don't even try that.
can.
So
You
yeah,
can-
we
you
didn't
can
see it
never
coming.
tell.
Yeah.
all right, now let's talk about other things we didn't see coming, like
Okay.
trends. And this one is that post of a woman and her engagement. What is
It was
that?
a wedding, right?
Wedding.
It was a wedding.
Yes. Very exciting. Okay,
Do
so
you want me to take? Do you want me to take this one? 'Cause I
Oh,
really-
no.
it's mine.
I'm afraid of what Riyah
Okay,
said.
take it a Troy to me.
So a woman, there was a wedding ceremony, yes, and this video has been trending where one of the bridesmaids, that's a friend to the bride, in Nigeria we call it Ashwebi ladies. So they were all wearing fabric uniform, and then one who did not cover her body, aka exposed cleavage, aka had only a nipple covered, was dancing.
We have to
Hold
watch
on,
that video. I
hold
don't
on.
trust this girl.
She
It's
was
not
dancing
true.
more than the bride, and then she
We
came
watch
from the
the
back to
video.
the front, and that's not the funny part. The funny part is a guest actually went up from his seat, went to where the bride was dancing with her friends, and sprayed this bridesmaid money on her hair.
Was it? See, we'll watch the video.
He didn't
so it's
spray
okay.
the bride.
We'll watch the video.
That's that.
Okay, let me start. As the only guy here, right?
Yes.
And I'm thinking from the groom's perspective.
Okay.
Why on earth are you at
Why you
my
so
wedding
sober?
dressed like that?
Sammdandy,
As a what? As a guest?
Sammdandy, I'm getting you one car from Ali.
What?
From who?
Ali.
Stop it. Stop it. Please explain to me.
I mean,
This
Okay.
that's a man.
No, that's a woman.
So
Please,
Riyah and I had this
why
argument before we came on
I'm
set,
only having
and
50 people
Can I
at
talk?
my wedding.
Okay,
You
guys.
here?
Okay,
Retweet.
guys. Okay, guys. Please, Mamin Kasa. I say your pop Kasa. Mamin Kasa. Let me talk.
Talk, girl.
Okay. So now you were doing a wedding. You call
Yes.
it in Ghana. We call it now Kente fabrics and all.
Okay.
Move friend a day. What do you guys? What am I speaking
Ashwebi
to you
ladies,
like
they are the
Ashwebi.
bride's
Ashwebi
friends.
ladies, and I know that you guys sell it here, so you sell it.
Yes.
Okay. And then you ask the people look nice and come for the wedding. You know, someone said something today, and I feel like we should stop that mentality of saying, oh, because your friend dresses like this, that means you are like this.
Okay, yes,
you
definitely.
can be a totally different. Wait, you can be a totally different person from your friend.
Well, of course, there's a saying that,
in
show me your
school-
friend.
No, in school I had friends that did the opposite of what I was doing.
But they were your
but
friends.
they
That
were
means
my-
somebody
wait,
did not rub off on somebody.
Wait, but they were my friends. Okay, they did the opposite of what I was doing, but they were my friends.
So what are you
okay?
saying?
Wait, now because there was an argument that people will say, "What kind of girl is she that her friends are dressing like that?"
Yes.
But that's even
Her friend,
aside.
one of her friends.
Wait, her friend was, but that's even
one
aside.
of her friends.
I'm saying that I don't see anything wrong in what that girl did. Now I'll tell you why.
Yes, please. I'm really interested in your wife.
Everybody has how they want to dress, and they owe it to themselves. Okay, whether you invite them to your wedding or whether you do not invite them to your wedding, they owe it to themselves how they want to dress.
Hey, please.
Wait, if you invite me to your wedding,
One more
no,
wait, girl.
No, Sam, if you invite me to your wedding, you
Yes.
cannot tell me how you want me to dress. No, you shouldn't tell me
Sure
that
thing.
because you don't know my fashion sense.
Riyah.
The only person I have a problem with is the man.
I
How?
went to spray the money.
On the girl.
What?
That's the only person I have a problem with.
That was
man was
attracted
shooting
to.
his shot,
Thank you very
period.
much. He was attracted by
Do you
what
know
you
why
were
the man
selling.
should not? No, she wasn't selling.
Oh,
You guys, the
please.
girl might be watching. She
She
wasn't selling
brought
anything.
a
That is her
store.
fashion style. And why do people believe
That
that?
is not a style.
Wait, why do people believe? Some people like. Have you not watched some documentaries where you see some people like? to open their
Riyah, when I'm
cleavage?
coming for your wedding,
I don't care because I'm
I'm
that
going to
confident.
use that
I
kente
don't
material
care. I don't care.
to make something that.
Let
and I
it-
will dance in
slit
front of
it.
your husband.
Slit it here.
Congratulations,
Slit it
Riyah's
here.
husband.
Slit it here.
Let's make one thing clear.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So if I invite you to my wedding, it's a different thing.
Yes.
You're a guest or you are my train. Now,
mean,
So didn't that girl
wait,
see
hold
that
up,
dress?
hold up, hold up.
Because
Hold
wait,
up.
do you know? I'm sorry, guys. Because this thing went, the wrong way. That's why I seen it like that. But that girl saw that dress.
I think we need to speak to the bride.
We need to speak to the
We
bride.
need to
because
speak
we
to
can
the bride
never
and
get it
know
right.
our
Do you know
opinion
what
on this. Yes.
I think, yeah, like you said, we our style is our personal expression. right?
Definitely.
Right? You can do whatever you're an adult. But people need to understand that you are accountable as an adult. There's
Thank
a certain
you.
level of responsibility.
And you even-
that's
there's
what
a
I
level of
see.
commitment to me as my
I'm the type of
friend.
person, I might not say anything to you.
Yes.
But best believe that day I'm like,
How
would
could
Why
you?
would
Thank
do
you
that?
very much.
How
I
dare
don't
you?
understand this.
To be honest.
How dare you
And-
dress
so
the
this
way
is
you
a-
want to dress to my wedding?
It's my wedding. You hear that? It's my wedding. It's my day. It's
But
like
you
telling
invited
me.
me.
It's like telling
I
me
invited you to come and be a part of my wedding
This
day.
is why- this
to
is
come and
why-
share in my joy. I didn't ask you to come and
To
steal
come
my
and take
shine.
over my
Number
joy.
one.
Why do people think she
and-
stole the shine? Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
definitely she did.
Share. Do you remember this video that trended in the
Oh
past?
God.
So they were also dancing just like
Yes.
that. And then this girl was really dancing hard. And then the bride looked at her.
I
that was trending.
remember.
The bride looked at her.
But wait,
This is your
That was
wedding.
balancing.
You
oh
can't
my
take
God.
my
Wait,
wedding
can
from
I
me.
say something? So
Yeah.
even if you have a
Look at-
problem with how somebody is, don't dance more.
No.
See.
Of course, there are some
I'm
brides that
done.
cannot even dance.
I'm
And they need
done
their
with
friends
you
that can
guys.
dance
I
to
am
come and
totally
hide them.
done.
You need to be sensitive about other people. See, I hope you're saying this now, but I hope when you're
I hope you'll be able to maintain the same energy.
So my wedding-
Yes.
so wait,
white
And
dress.
twerk in front of your
That-
husband.
No, white is
Someone
wrong.
comes-
White is wrong.
White is wrong. It's expression.
No,
Oh,
They
really?
always
It's
wear white.
expression. It's style
That's like-
expression.
They
You said I
always
can
wear
wear what I
No,
like.
They
to
always
wedding.
wear white.
No,
It's their purity.
I didn't say
They
that.
want to show
Riyah,
off.
I didn't
Riyah,
say that.
let me
I
give
didn't
you your
say
own
wear
POT
white to
too.
somebody's wedding. No, I
Riyah,
didn't say that. Oh,
Riyah.
that's not what I said.
Hi, Riyah.
It's
Hi.
expression.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to clarify.
I can wear
didn't
what
say
I like
that.
to your wedding, yes? You can wear
Exactly.
what you like to my wedding, yes?
You guys-
I'm going
see.
to wear a white dress to your wedding. How about that? You can't
that-
stop me from
no,
wearing
wait,
what I want to
wait.
wear to your wedding.
Let's not change the topic. We're
Okay.
talking about how she dressed to the wedding.
We're
No,
talking
she could have
about-
worn white.
She was on the trail. They had already sold an ashobi to her, and that's what she was going to wear. So she cannot
And then
just,
she decided to style it
Then
that
that's a bad
way.
person. You can't just wear white. I give you
Hold
ashobi
on,
and
she
you
did
wear
not
another
just
color.
style it that way alone. She now decided to dance with so much. I feel
But
like she
how
had an
dances
intention
again? To take the. Wait,
There was
is it a Nigerian movie?
There was an
What are you
intention
guys
behind
saying?
that dance.
To take the
Guys,
woman's husband. Or what?
No, the intention was to let people know that she came,
Uh-huh.
she dressed, and she wants them to
So what's
masquerade
the-
money. Yeah, basically only the nipple was covered. So
It
it's
wasn't. We're going to play the video. It
in
wasn't.
a
It
new
was
twist,
covered.
I saw a video just now of a bride who did not allow her friends to take her shine. So she basically made something worse than.
Why?
So her own dress was the one that had no
Do you know
covering.
what I hate
So she,
most?
she personally
Why?
had
I
her
don't
breast
get
all
it.
bare.
Maybe I'm a different kind
Do you
of
know what I hate the
person.
She basically had her breast all bare so that her friends would not come and take her shine. The bride herself. So
You
nobody
guys,
can
is
even
this-
be naked.
but wait,
She was
but
like,
wait.
I'm all naked. There's no. You cannot do your worst.
wait. I like this part you people are saying, and I'm happy that we're from different parts of Africa.
Yes.
So why do you think that it's when somebody is naked that the person can take shine?
Okay,
Because
okay,
you
okay,
saying that the
okay,
bride
okay.
naked. What are you guys saying?
The bride decided to express herself, like you said, in her style, and then she opened
so that they will not take her
chest.
shine. So it's nakedness.
So
and
you know what I think?
any bridesmaid that wants to come naked, half naked to
tired.
that wedding
Do you know,
cannot
I
see
am
her
do you know what I
tired.
think? Do you know what I think? I'm going to shade our African roots because everything to us is competition, and that is why
Right.
when anyone is there, the next thing you're thinking is this person.
How do
trying
I-
to
I
outshine me.
Yes.
honestly,
Trying to outshine me.
and it's
Yes.
wrong.
That's what it
And I
is.
honestly, I don't know that girl from nowhere.
But
She
then-
might watch this, she might never watch this, but I didn't. That girl came from a good place.
But
She
then,
didn't do
no,
it to
no,
overshine the woman.
I disagree with you.
We're going to
Nah,
end this, but
nah.
I disagree.
I disagree
don't.
with
Because I
you.
think
I
that
think
therefore,
she came
if
with
you're-
an
I think that
intent to
I
actually
think that
respect
and
the
not
actually
next
wait,
shine
person.
at
wait,
the wedding.
Wait, can I say something? And I think that it's not just with Nigeria, Ghana, everywhere. I think that we always have this feeling like, oh, if this person dressed more than me, it's like a competition. And
That's
all, but it
different
should
from
stop.
at a wedding, my wedding.
But what if in my wedding somebody's wearing a nicer dress than me? What does that mean?
It's fine
It
to
won't
wear a
affect
nice
you.
dress.
How would it affect
hope
me?
it
I
doesn't
don't
Don't you
understand.
dare open your breast at my wedding or your cleavage. Thank you.
Serious?
Don't
All
do
right,
that.
so
But
are we-
guys,
And
honestly,
then,
there's
in fairness
a lot
to the
I can
bride,
say about
sorry,
this.
let me
There are
quickly say
examples
this.
I can
In fairness
give.
to the
Like,
bride, many people said that the bride saw the friend before they came.
What are
into-
you
And she didn't say
saying?
any- I feel like number one, she had a lot in her mind. She probably did not even notice. Number two,
Oh,
they probably did
Anyone
not
who's been
even
married
dress
knows
up
that, yes, you
together.
have a lot on- in
Do you
your
know what
family.
happened? Do you know
So
what
they didn't
happened?
even dress up
Let me
together.
tell
The
you
friend probably
something.
came late.
No, do you know what happened?
Do you want me to take my friend off and make her realize that, oh,
Wait,
because I bounced
see,
you off my wedding.
wait.
I remember that
I will,
forever.
I will
ruined
do
the
that too.
friendship.
I will do that too.
Wait,
I will
that
take my
girl-
friend off.
Hey, Kawanatum. That
Kawanatum.
girl, that girl
Yes.
saw the girl, okay?
How do you know that?
From
You
my
can't
Wait,
tell.
let me talk. From my findings as
Oh,
a journalist.
wow.
From my
As
findings
a
as
what?
a journalist.
As a journalist?
As a Ghanaian journalist, let me
Okay.
speak.
What's her
That
name?
girl-
What's her name?
What?
What's her name?
The girl's name? I don't know.
Oh,
We're
your
just going to
friend
leave them
is-
arguing,
Wait,
right?
no,
Are we
wait.
doing
Let me say
this
the
or
last.
not?
Let me say the last. Let me just say the last.
Nah.
That girl saw. Okay, wait.
All right, so this is
Okay,
going to end
it's
because I
fine.
feel like ladies are going to keep arguing this because, yeah, there were two ladies in that video. And the man was far away because he's like, we don't like
Somebody
drama.
even said that was the
Guys
groom. Can you
don't
imagine?
like drama.
No, I hope that was not the groom. Groom care.
If that was the groom, she should not even marry him.
No,
again.
groom
I feel
care.
like this is still trending, so once
Yeah.
you watch this video, remember to leave a comment and tell
Yeah.
us
Tell us
what
what
you
you
think.
think.
Yes,
Please
Are you
do.
on Riyah's side?
Of course, I know
don't
you'll be
think
on
you
my
should
side.
be.
You
I think
should be on my
here.
side if you want to have
Okay.
a happy
Oh,
home.
please.
But then, yeah.
So why you say? So your husband is not that strong enough that you see
My
another
husband
man.
is a strong
So
man,
what are
but
you
you
saying?
cannot come and
I don't know
Girls,
who's wrong.
the
I don't know
Bible
who's
says
wrong.
play from
Girls.
I wish there was another Ghanaian here. I don't know who's wrong.
I don't know, so you too.
This is where we end the conversation. This is Popcasa. My name is Sammdandy.